Hello and welcome back to the Estate Agent Consultancy podcast. My name is Chris Webb. I'm here to help you have a better estate agency business. So, I'm not going to lie to you, today's podcast is going to be a slightly controversial one, as controversial as estate agency ever gets. I'm probably going to get a couple of DMs off the back of this saying, Chris, you don't know what you're talking about. So, here we go. Without further ado, let's jump into it and give these guys something to DM me about. We're talking about pricing of properties today, and what I would see as a mistake that many agents make, and actually they make their job a little bit harder down the line. So I'm a big believer that when you first put a property on the market, you should minimize the amount of sort of text that goes around the price. So you should try and keep the price as simple as possible. Now, we all know there's a million and one things that you can put next to a price when it goes on the portal. So there's price guide, for example, offers in excess of, fixed price, offers in region of, or if you're really an absolute maniac, you put POA. So for the love of God, please don't ever do that one. But there's many sort of descriptive words we can put around the price to say it's either fixed or this line above or in this sort of ballpark. And basically, I would always see this kind of a way of kind of softening the price going forward. And if that works, fantastic. And I'd imagine that some of the agents listening into this would go, actually, Chris, I do offers in excess of on all my properties, and we average 101% of asking price. And we use on our market appraisals, and it converts really well. And it's a really great marketing method for ourselves. Great. That's really cool. Keep doing what you're doing. Clearly, it is working. But if a property doesn't sell with its initial asking price, so let's say we are offers in excess of 300,000, let's pick a nice round figure to work off. We are creating a problem for ourselves further down the line. So let's say we're on the market for offers in excess of 300,000 and it gets no interest whatsoever. Diddly squat, nada, nothing, phone is not ringing, emails are not pinging, nothing is happening on that property in any way, shape, or form. What we've now given ourselves is a bit of an issue because the price reduction on that property, which should come at around week 3, week 4 sort of direction, is now what I would see as almost a two-step process as opposed to a one-step process. So I would imagine if you're going to change the price on that property, most conversations would go something like this. We're on for 300,000 or offers in excess of 300,000 at the moment. Let's get rid of the offers in excess of side of things and then see how we get on from there. And then 2 to 3 weeks later, you go, that's made absolutely no difference whatsoever. Now let's change the price down to 280, 290, or whatever we're going for on that side of things. So we've made what we a one-step process into a two-step process. And actually we've added a couple of weeks on top of that as well to actually allow for a homeowner to say, oh yeah, we'll give it a go at just 300,000 sort of thing. Whereas if the property price was just 300,000 to start off with, it would have been a one step. It would be right. We'd get it down from 300 down to 280, for example. And what you can also do in that situation is you can also sort of soften the blow. So I get this conversation quite a lot with agents where they say to me, I can't drop that price down any further. It's on for 300,000 and the vendor has told me they will not take a penny less than 300,000. Okay, we're on for 300,000 at the moment and they won't take any less than that. Okay, well, let's go offers in excess of this figure instead. So instead of saying this price and below, what we're doing is saying this price and above. If we've used that already, we haven't really got that option in front of ourselves. So we're kind of tying slightly one arm behind our back slightly when it comes to sort of the price reduction and changing of the price of that property because you kind of burnt that bridge already. The vendor's gone down the route of the offers in excess of, they've gone down the route of the fixed price, they've gone down the price of, guide price, whatever it may be, and we've kind of used that one up already. Whereas if we keep that in our back pocket, actually, if a property doesn't sell in the future, actually doesn't get any traction going forward, we can then pull those out and go, actually, you've told me you want to get 300,000 and we're on at 300,000. Right, let's go offers in excess of this price. You've told me you want to get 300,000. Right, let's go fixed price at 295 or 300, whatever it may be, or offers in the region of anything like that. You can kind of pull out your back pocket and go, actually, we're not kind of changing the price too much. We're just kind of changing it in the way we're phrasing the marketing around that property. Whereas if we use that already, we cannot use that all over again. So that is why I'm always a big fan of when properties first go on the market, put no icing around the price. Literally go, this property on the market for £300,000. And that is what it's on the market for. If down the line that property sells, great, high five, problem solved. If that property doesn't sell, we have a huge arsenal behind us to say, great, we could go, just change the price. We could change it from 300 down to 280, let's say, for example. We could go offers in excess of 280. We could go offers in the region of. We could go fixed price. We've got all these options ahead of us that we haven't used already because the property hasn't sold. So it really needs that kind of second wing and that kind of second kick to itself. We haven't burnt our bridges there. So the takeaways from this is if you're putting a property on the market today, I would always just put it flat price. This is what it's coming on the market for. I wouldn't put any kind of disclaimers around that, say offers in excess of, offers in the region of, definitely not POA, anything like that to start off from day one. But then when you get to the price reduction stage, if you need to call on that, you've got it there. Yes, you ultimately want to be dropping the price down to just, a normal price reduction from 300,000 to 280, for example. But if you need that and a homeowner turns around and says, I'm not taking a penny less than 300, for example, you've got that option call on later on. If you've already kind of used your card, your offers in excess of card, for example, it's very hard to go, right, we're offers in excess of 300, now we're 300, now let's get offers in excess of 290 or 280. It's just a very long, drawn out route that's going to take weeks and weeks and weeks. And by default, there, you've lost a lot of momentum with the sale. Whereas you go, actually, we're just on for a normal price at the moment, and then we can change it to a guide price or offers in excess of, or just a normal price all over again. If you can get away with it, then that's absolutely a fine place to be. So take this on board, try actually in the business. Trust me, when it comes to properties, kind of price reductions and changing the price later on, you're making your life so much easier. Hope you enjoyed today's podcast, and I'll catch you on the next one.